Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers recap. Friday, March 15th, Heather S. cobalt poisoning Alexis lawyer opportunity. General Hospital GH spoilers recap for Friday, March 15th, reveals that a rewrite gave Heather Weber Ali Mills a bit of a pass for her crimes since more tests led Dr. Enoch Shanti Krishnan to a shocking diagnosis. It was determined that Heather had metallosis and that she suffered from cobalt poisoning due to her bad hip replacement. Dr. Enoch basically explained that it could mess with someone's mind and influence their behavior. Laura Collins' Jeannie Francis thought that made sense considering things had progressively gotten worse with Heather's run as the hook. Heather seemed nervous about having a new hip replacement, but Laura convinced her to go ahead with the surgery since she was Heather's healthcare proxy. Laura and Heather actually had a little moment of connection, but that bubble burst when Heather asked how Kevin Collins' John Lindstrom was in bed so she could compare him to Ryan Chamberlain John Lindstrom. Meanwhile, Stella Henry Verney Watson found out over the phone that Dr. Paul Braddock passed away just before Christmas, so she relayed that news to Marshall Ashford Robert Gossett and Curtis Ashford Donald Turner. Stella also set up a meeting with Kevin, who had some updates on the infamous Dr. Braddock and his pattern. Kevin believed that Marshall had been misdiagnosed because he was a young black man who was poor and angry. In Hamilton Finn's Michael Easton office, Gregory Harrison got him to proofread his latest article for The Invader since his ALS symptoms made it difficult to type. Next, Nina Corinthos Cynthia Watrous ripped into Alexis Davis Nancy Lee Gran over a piece that she considered to be a Sonny Corinthos Maurice Bernard smear job, so Alexis bickered with her. Nina later humiliated Gregory by complaining about the mistakes in his article and the fact that he didn't electronically submit it. Alexis shut down Nina's criticism and kicked her out, but the damage was done. Gregory told Alexis that this would be his last article and returned to Finn for help typing up the whole thing as well as submitting it online. Once Gregory left, Finn called a neurologist friend and sought help since he thought his dad's ALS was progressing quite rapidly. Back at The Invader, Diane Miller Carolyn Hennessy complained about her romance with Robert Scorpio Tristan Rogers landing in the new gossip column. Alexis wasn't happy about working for Nina, so Diane had a proposal to get her out of there for good. Diane asked Alexis to come be her esteemed colleague and eventually her law partner, but Alexis reminded her that she'd been disbarred. Alexis couldn't practice law anymore, but Diane bet she could get the ruling overturned. At Dex Heller's Evanhofer place, he hit the sheets with Jocelyn Jax Eden McCoy again, but he insisted he had to leave town and didn't think she could leave her family to come with him. Jocelyn also confirmed her belief that Jason Morgan Steve Burton wasn't responsible for what happened to Dante Falconeri Dominic Zamprogna, but she didn't understand Dex and Jason's loyalty to Sonny. Dex admitted he was afraid of who he was becoming because of Sonny and thought maybe Jocelyn should be afraid, too. Jocelyn thought Carly could get through to Sonny and get him to back off, but Dex wondered if it was already too late. When Nina showed up looking for Dex, she clashed with Jocelyn and realized Dex was packing. Nina determined that Dex had broken up with Sonny and that could only mean Jocelyn was next. Nina eventually took the opportunity to mention the day she caught Dex dressed as an orderly coming out of Cyrus Renault's Jeff Kober room and pushed him to tell Jocelyn about it. General Hospital spoilers say Dex is about to spill something he's not proud of, so stay tuned for predictions on how that'll affect his relationship with Jocelyn. Title: General Hospital spoilers recap. Friday, March 15th, Heather S. cobalt poisoning Alexis lawyer opportunity. In the bustling corridors of General Hospital, where every day brings new drama and intrigue, Friday, March 15th, was no exception. As the morning sun streamed through the windows, casting long shadows over the familiar faces of Port Charles, secrets simmered and tensions rose. The day began with a shock as Heather Weber, the notorious troublemaker, was rushed into the emergency room, her face contorted in pain. Nurses and doctors scrambled, trying to ascertain what had befallen the woman known for her penchant for chaos. Heather's condition was dire, and suspicions ran rampant throughout the hospital. Had she fallen victim to foul play, or was this just another one of her schemes gone awry? As the medical team worked tirelessly to stabilize Heather, whispers circulated among the staff. Some speculated that her sudden illness might be linked to her tumultuous past, while others wondered if it was simply a case of bad luck catching up to her. Whatever the cause, one thing was certain: Heather's presence in General Hospital promised to stir up trouble like never before. Meanwhile, across town, Alexis Davis found herself presented with a golden opportunity. Ever since her disbarment, Alexis had been struggling to find her footing, grappling with feelings of loss and uncertainty. But now, a chance for redemption had presented itself in the form of a high-profile case. As Alexis sat in her makeshift home office, surrounded by piles of legal documents and case files, she couldn't help but feel a glimmer of hope. The case in question was complex, with twists and turns at every corner, but Alexis was determined to prove herself once again. With a renewed sense of purpose, she delved into the intricacies of the case, determined to leave her mark on the legal world once more. Back at General Hospital, tensions continued to mount as Heather's condition worsened. Doctors struggled to identify the cause of her illness, but with each passing moment, it became increasingly clear that time was running out. As the hospital staff raced against the clock, a sense of urgency hung heavy in the air, casting a pall over the otherwise bustling corridors. Amidst the chaos, old rivalries resurfaced and alliances were tested. Long-held grudges simmered beneath the surface as those closest to Heather grappled with their own conflicting emotions. For some, her sudden illness brought feelings of remorse and regret, while others saw it as an opportunity to settle old scores once and for all. As the day wore on, the truth behind Heather's illness slowly began to unravel. It was revealed that she had been poisoned with cobalt, a rare and deadly substance that left no room for error. But the question remained: who was responsible for such a heinous act? Suspicions fell on a number of individuals, each with their own motives and secrets to protect. As the investigation deepened, shocking revelations came to light, exposing the dark underbelly of Port Charles society. With the clock ticking and the stakes higher than ever, the race to uncover the truth became a matter of life and death. Meanwhile, Alexis' efforts to redeem herself in the eyes of the legal community were met with both praise and skepticism. Despite her best efforts, doubts lingered among her peers, casting a shadow over her newfound confidence. But Alexis refused to be deterred, channeling her inner strength and determination as she fought to prove her worth once more. As the sun set on Port Charles, the events of the day had left their mark on all who bore witness. From the halls of General Hospital to the corridors of justice, the residents of this small town had been reminded that beneath the surface lies a world of secrets and lies, where nothing is ever quite as it seems. And as Heather Weber lay in her hospital bed, her fate hanging in the balance, the echoes of her tumultuous past reverberated through the halls, serving as a stark reminder of the dangers that lurk in the shadows. In Port Charles, the truth may set you free, but it can also be the deadliest weapon of all.